This is Top Accolade African News Updates. I am Soibifa Jackeridge. Nigeria's Fidelity Bank said it would raise up to 127.1 billion naira, that is $88 million, via a rights issue and a public share offering to comply with a new minimum capital requirement for local lenders introduced by the central bank in March. The central bank said local lenders have started submitting plans to meet its new minimum capital requirement, which will strengthen the financial system and support economic growth. Commercial banks with international authorization must have at least 500 billion naira, that is $345 million, in capital under the new rule. More than 20 lenders in Nigeria need to raise extra capital within 2 years to meet the new threshold. Fidelity said the share sale, which will start on June 20th, will end in July, and that its shareholders approved the capital raising plan in August last year. Proceeds of the offer will be invested in online infrastructure, business and regional expansion, and product distribution channels, it said. 3 of Nigeria's top-tier lenders, Guarantee Trust Holding PLC, Access Holding and FBN Holdings, have announced capital raising plans in recent months. The central bank has said lenders need extra buffers to weather shocks, support the economy and boost growth, especially after 2 large devaluations in the local naira currency since June last year. High inflation and low growth have plagued the economy for a decade, and government measures to boost growth have stoked price rises, prompted interest rate hikes, and worsened the cost of living crisis. Uganda has signed an agreement with South Korea for a $500 million loan to help finance infrastructure building in the East African country. Uganda Finance Ministry said South Korea's Exim Bank will provide the loan. The ministry said in a post on X it didn't provide details on what kind of infrastructure the money would fund, but Uganda mostly borrows for road and energy projects. The new credit will likely add to Uganda's growing debt problems that prompted Moody's last month to downgrade its country rating, citing diminished debt affordability. As of December 31st, Uganda's public debt stood at $24.6 billion, followed by infrastructure spending. The agreement was signed by Uganda's Finance Minister Matia Kazeja and South Korea's Minister of Foreign Affairs Cho Tae-yo on the sidelines of the Korean African Summit in Seoul. The Sudanese paramilitary rapid support forces attacked a village in Gizari state, killing at least 100 people, according to local activists. If confirmed, the attack would be the latest in a string of dozens of attacks by RSF soldiers on small villages across the farming states after it took control of the capital Wad Madani in December. Wad Anura village witnessed a genocide after the RSF attacked twice, killing up to 100 people. The pro-democracy Wad Madani Resident Committee said on social media. Later, it put the number of dead in the hundreds and said the Sudanese army had not heeded a request for help. The RSF began fighting the army in April 2023 after dispute over the integration of the 2 forces and has since taken over the capital, Khartoum, and most of Western Sudan. It is now seeking to advance into center as United Nations agency say the people of Sudan are at imminent risks of famine. In a statement, the RSF said it had attacked army and allied military bases around Wad al-Nura, but did not acknowledge any civilian casualties. But the Wad Madani Resistance Committee accused it of using heavy artillery against civilians, looting and driving women and children to seek refuge in the nearby town of Managil. The Botswana government may raise its shareholding in Global Diamond Mina DBS, President Mogwitsi Masisi told JCK News after parent company Anglo America said it plans to spin off or sell the business. The government owns a 15% stake in DBS and Botswana accounts for 70% of the company's annual rough diamond supply. Anglo outlined a radical review of its business, including a sale or divestment of the diamond business to focus on copper, iron ore and a fertilizer project in the UK to fend off a takeover from bigger rival BHP Group. Masisi told JCK in Las Vegas that Angola's sale of DBS would be the best thing. If it happens, the government could raise its shareholding in DBS if it attracts to, Masisi told online Diamond News channel. The president in May told CNBC Africa the government would defend its interest in the diamond miner. Like other luxury goods, diamond prices have been hammered by a slump in global demand. The BS has been limiting supply and offering flexibility to contracted customers. In February, Anglo announced a $1.6 billion impairment charge on the BS. Anglo acquired the BS in 2011, buying Oppenheimer family's 40% stake for $5.1 billion. That is the size of top accolade African news updates. You can follow us on our social media platforms as displayed on your screen. Happy Thursday.